love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop, just looking up, don't back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. Don't stop, just looking up, don't stop.
Hello everybody. Hope you're having a good evening. Give me 1 second. I need to get to the chat. Still all over the place. Pardon me in advance if I'll be coughing here and there. I'm still not 100%. In fact, far from it. Pardon me. Good evening. Hey everybody. Hey, hello. Smash the like, of course. All that beautiful stuff. Let's get into today's price action and what really did we get. Most of you not surprised, I hope, I assume. I also posted today in the Discord in advance, so both Academy students and the Patreon members will be up to speed. We'll be able to see, let me show you, posted in advance for everybody to see what that is that we expected on Palantir. We said retrace to 108 area before continuing down. Also, they got plenty of hints about the S&P. Basically, they got in advance expectation and so forth. Hope you guys use this. Of course, the Academy students got even... the Academy students were buried today in a lot of new stuff and posting that I've made for them. So I hope you guys used all of that stuff to, at least be aware of what's going on in the market and you didn't find it all too surprising. A little brag, that worked out perfectly as expected. As you can see, retraced to 108, as we said, right? Closed the portion of the gap. Still, there's an entire partition of the gap that is still left over, around $3-4. Nothing substantial, but still, market does tend to close these things, so I'm not going to be surprised that all of the market will pick back up at some point, just to at least to close that, just as a bare minimum. Although it's not it's not a necessity, it's just something that right now, under the conditions, the market can be brought down faster, lower, and then correct into these gaps, close them, fill them in later down the line when we're going to be climbing higher on a corrective movement. Back to S&P. Bottom line, let me take another sip real quick. Bottom line is today we had more of a negative day. We did kind of expect that on most fronts. Right? Consumer non-durables are the only ones that are doing well. Healthcare, utilities, communications, but everything else is mainly red, as you can see. Pretty red. Yeah. Let's see what we should expect for next week, because today's session is almost done and over with. We have like 20 minutes to go, as you guys can see. Let's see what we should expect from the market. I mean, since we can't ignore the 1 minute, it's just irrelevant for most of us. I would argue that first of all, there is a support, an internal support resistance level that is residing somewhere around where we're at right now-ish. It's not exactly visible, but you know what? I will just set this line up right here with this beautiful thing. Almost. I think it was more like this, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, you can see kind of the correlation, or no, I think I actually got it right in the first time. Yeah, here it is. You can kind of see how it played its role right here. So there is this intraday support resistance level, not too strong, but still it is there, right? You can see, observe how the price action behaved around it. So right now we're back. Let me just get there. Right now we're inside of this channel between the 6,000 and that, what is that, 620? Let's call it 620. So basically you have this range of about $20. And the thing with this current momentum, it is far more likely that quicker than not, even if we're going to hug this for a little bit, maybe testing that other edge of this channel, descending channel, right? You can see we're already penetrating out, but of course we should be looking out for corrective movements into the channel, because both of them are descending channels still, and that could be a thing. We could even maybe see a corrective movement right there, maybe meeting with the SMA. So plenty of options here, but we'll see what we see at face value, right? We don't guess and we don't go speculative. At face value, this is more negative, realistically speaking. So what we should expect from this, if anything, is the completion of this movement to the 6,000. That makes a lot more sense. Whether it will do, like I said, this and only then complete to 6,000, both of these scenarios work pretty well, basically. What do we have here? Sorry. Yeah, you'll have to bear with me. I'm just trying not to have this full-blown cough attack, because yeah, it's just, as you can imagine, like I said, I'm not still not fully healed. So what is this? This is actually bullish, realistically speaking. I mean, we've kind of done the retest multiple times, so it's far more likely. Okay, we'll see. If 30 minutes says we're bullish, so that's that potentially brings us back into the channel. 45 minutes confirmation, well, not really. It is a lot weaker, just started moving within. We expect the 45 minutes to sort of retest, let's see, 1 hour. And yes, we're still very, very bearish, although with a corrective potential relief, as we would call them again, relief rally. Even if it's even though it's going to be short-lived, it will probably potentially try retest that resistance right there. Let me see, where's the wider channel? Where are you? Yep, that falls in line very neatly with a retest of the median of the wider channel. As you can see, this sort of behavior, something we're very well familiar with, and only then continue downwards. So retest up, corrective movement, and only then continue downwards. Downwards pressure on the 4 hours, so far more likely to end up and result with the 6,000, with the SMA creeping up right below from here, simple moving average, right, perfectly meeting this junction. that we said just a second ago, so that we have multiple sources and well, reasons to confirm the very same thesis. And yeah, very, very bearish. This is not good in that sense that if you're a bull and you're expecting an upwards movement, this is not positive for you. This is the market definitely preparing to take a nosedive next week. To correct this, something phenomenal has to happen, really. Very good phenomenal, not bad, because otherwise it'll get even worse. So based upon this, I would argue that within no time we'll be closing that 5,900 gap that we have right there, left from the rally up, the last rally up, right here around 5,900, 5860-ish, 50. We have their gap, so I would argue this gap is going to be closed probably within next week or the following 2 weeks. Hard to determine, but I would argue that next week is the Bob's your uncle or whatever, you know. It is it, right? It looks like. But again, we're not timing the market. It may take longer. We don't care. We don't look at it from a standpoint of how soon this will happen. And again, for people who do options, you know, it's up to you to decide how you play it. But the beauty of what I'm doing is not trying to time it, but rather find the correct checkpoints, if that makes any sense. Okay, well, at face value, again, very bearish, right? Below the 50, breaking back down. So this implies and sort of confirms the thesis of testing the bottom of this channel and closing the gap, right? Where's the wider channel? Come on. Wider channel. Thank you. Appreciate it. Took you a second. Yeah, well, based upon this, in fact, I would say that it is far more likely that we are beginning to see the first sort of buds and signs of movement towards the 5,400. This is if we'll continue the same path as is and we'll continue this breakdown, then in no time we will see ourselves at 5,400, 5,500, given that it's a very strong psychological level. 5,555, if you guys remember, 5,555, yeah. So we're gonna have that, the 5,555. 55555 Hamsa. We're gonna have that, if you guys remember. And yeah, and this is with every day as we're making our progress towards the end of the month. As I was warning you guys, the more we're gonna get closer to the end of the month, the more we're gonna identify how bearish this truly is and whether we have a likelihood of a corrective movement or this is it. It's again not 100% yet determined, but it is far more likely that based upon the structure and the behavior, we are going down. Again, right now, we're still seeing this have not yet readjusted, and it won't until we have the, well, at least this month concluded, and then we're going to maybe see some effects on this, and then the upcoming month after that, we'll see the true conclusion of this candlestick. And the fact of the matter that it breaks below the 80 does signify a beginning of a corrective movement, right? It doesn't show that here the same way we would potentially see it if it would be on the 6 months period. The fact of the matter that we're getting stuck below the 50, and again the yearly, for example, which is still unadjusted, also will take a long time to adjust, as we have most of these time frames print as we go forward. And this will probably become bearish as it was meant to be, or as it was at the beginning of the year, now just kind of, well, shifted over simply because the candlestick is too new. It doesn't print most of the price action that we're about to have in the upcoming months. And so, yeah, it doesn't come through yet. Once it does, this will open up, the divergent convergence will open up, and you'll be able to see it as far more of a bearish movement, right? This can still readjust, and it will. So right now, our only focus that we can sort of identify where the downward trend is beginning is the monthly. This is why we keep our keep track of the monthly more than anything else. Where I needed it to But I closed early. Okay, I see, Christoph. You realize that if I'm right, you have a long way to go, and we like not everybody's running around as if that's it. The bottom is tomorrow, guys. We haven't even started yet. Like nothing, the true pain have even not yet begun. We haven't seen it. Like it's. I understand why, for those who are unfamiliar, the excuse doesn't. There's always going to be an excuse. There's always going to be a reason per se that we can find in economics or whatever conditions to justify whatever is going on. The trick here is that again we are able to pre-read these things months in advance, if not nearly years even ahead of time. Just keeping your eyes on the prize and keeping track of what's expected to happen. So basically, don't say I didn't warn you. We are up for a lot more bearish price action within the upcoming weeks and months. That is my expectation currently based upon the price action, as you saw. 7 likes and 90. Stonk, stop harassing people. If they want to press like, don't press like. Those who don't want to press like, don't have to press like. It's okay. It's fine. I appreciated those stonks. I really do. This thing is literally closing. No, it doesn't matter, Christoph. 100. Oh, I mean, okay, I see. 101. Mm, Hamza. Yeah. Hamza is 555. It's like that. It's a lucky number and all sorts of things, but we found that we have a support level at 5,555.55. Yep. Exactly. You can ask the members here. Some of the members actually seen how the price action behaves around that 5,555. So again, bottom line here is even if we're going to have some volatility up and down, in the grand scheme of things are starting to sort of look as if they're closer to breaking down than more so breaking down than actually holding up. But let's see. We have, what do we have? Just next week, basically. Do we have the whole week next week? Do we have any bank holidays? Anything crazy? Because if not, we have just 1 week to go before this month closes, and the more bearish it will be, which we already saw there is plenty of bearish momentum, the more bearish it will print on the larger time frames as we go, and more evident it will become that we're actually going for a correction. We'll see though. You remember, when we slip out of the channel right here, right, the same way we may end up slipping significantly but then correcting back up, so we do need to follow up on how the price action will behave. Like, these behaviors are not unheard of, right? But the problem here is that we're seeing something that is more severe. For example, if you want to compare here to here, sort of this to this to this, we are not exactly, but by the time we make it to the bottom of this, we're probably completely out of bounds, and I don't know if we're going to have enough momentum in here to correct back up to even the bottom of the channel. So it seems like we're, as you can see, switching over, right? That's normally how it behaves, right after retesting that ceiling. So again, that all sort of kind of makes sense. We've been slipping out of this channel and attempting to move, scoot over to the next channel for some time now. And we do see a lot of sort of confirmation forces to show exactly that. Let's clean it up a little bit. Okay, that looks like I got it pretty clean. Cool. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know I'm not my usual self. I'm still very much under the weather, like I said. Still feeling very sick. A lot better, though. I'm not gonna lie. I am feeling a lot better than the other days. But still, far from fully healed. Mike, okay. All right. Well, what else interesting today? KTOS that some of us are interested in, doing quite well as expected, as predicted. A very good buying range. Again, not financial advice, to each their own. Remember, we can drop even lower than this, based upon the price action right now, could be around the 24.30, whatever that is. Let's place it. I think it's that kind of. No, here it is. Iffy, but yeah, I think I got it right ish. So here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is, and probably here it is very, very shortly. Let's make it 2 pixels and purple like that so we can see stand out. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So, boys and girls, any questions? It's not harassing, it's normal chat engagement. I'm kidding, Stunks. Thank you. Thank you for reminding them, but again, you know. Plug, very good buying price, in my opinion. Of course, you do you. Palantir 101. That's the 100 basically. I think it's still retesting that 100. Although we might have had something right above it and I'm forgetting. It looks like there is this tiny little thing here. Maybe. There's some intraday force here. Maybe, baby. Maybe. Hard to say. I'm not sure. So, yeah. Why plug moves so slow? Because that's plug. That's how it is. Very low liquidity. Doesn't get traded a lot. That's part of the trick. It looks boring for the average observer who doesn't realize that there's a lot of potential there, and it's like just kind of skim over it and continue. So again, it's the dynamic of plug is very different. Imagine plug is more of a governmental worker in that sense that whenever you call them in the office hours, they're somehow at the beach having fun instead, pretty much. And just now and again they do some work here and there sometimes. Plug 2 cents, 1%. Yeah. It feels like a lot when in reality there's nothing. Leo basically understands this exactly. It feels like nothing when in reality it is something. But again, that something is not enough for us anyways. So we just accumulate, to each their own, right? I do my own thing. You do you. Everybody's adults here, or at least I hope so. Supposed to be. If not, get out. If you ain't adult, get out. This is not place for you. Oh yeah. Those who don't know, shout out to all new members in the community and all that, because there's plenty of new members, plenty of new viewers. I just want to remind you all that I have just one spot left for the 101 Academy at the previous price of 2,500, and from here on out it's gonna increase, unless you are a founder's badge holder. Everybody else will be now having the 3,000 price. It is what it is. And that's it, boys and girls. I think since you are not asking too many questions and I'm half dead anyways, plus there's not much to talk about. I mean, we spoke about this to death at this point, and covered this above and beyond, and we do know what we expect. Basically, I would argue that 6,000 is the nearest support, so we're gonna test it at least a couple of times before we continue onwards. If it will be through this wedge, whether it will be through the actual penetration into the descending channel, one way or another, we will be seeing more of this next week. Even if we're going to have some corrective movements, all the bulls will get excited. Oh, look, everything's fine. You see, shrug it off. No, it ain't fine. You need to understand the problem. The issue is far bigger than just 1 day's or 2 days worth of price action. The issue here is far bigger. If you cannot recognize that the channel here is diagonal and you're basically curving downwards within that channel, then there's nothing I can say to help you with. And that's it. That is it. Kava, BlackBerry, what were you waiting for until now? Let's do Kava real quick. Let's do Kava. Danny, what's my exit price is irrelevant. You guys need to learn how to do your own analysis instead of relying. You know, you see, it's like you when you do these sort of things, guys, you need to stop doing that. That is so wrong. It's like it's like you're cheating from, you know, it's like you're copying from somebody else's test, and you're having a math test and he has having an English test, right? Or whatever, biology test. We don't even like we don't have the same conditions in various ways, so you should I can tell you the analysis. I don't want to talk about where my exit points and entry points, because you should not be just blindly following what Greg does. Maybe Greg is a moron. You see, you need to understand, guys, this is bad. Don't do this. Don't look at what another person does. You need to do your own analysis. It's, yeah. Target for plug is 0. Very funny. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. See, boys and girls, I told you, when the data starts on the top, it normally happens to slide quickly downwards on larger time frames, which is not good for you here. That just, you're going down. You know what? Just to put it in simple terms, like it or not, this already, like, this tells me everything I need. Since your data just started on this sort of at this point, and you're, yeah, and this is just the beginning of it all. It's gonna get worse for you. I mean, here you don't have any data, but as you're gonna tumble forward, you're gonna have more of it. So here it is, more bearishness incoming, basically. And everything's gonna take a dump. Yeah, here it is. I mean, you can already see the beginning of it. Not good. Kava ain't good. At surface level analysis, it is not good. I don't even need to put down a structure for it. It's just completely, yeah, not good, if you will. Nope, not good. Nothing good for you here. Even if you're going to have some corrective movement, overall you're going to result in a movement downwards. Wait, what? Wait. Okay. Okay. We said GLD. Okay, let's do GLD. Where is our? What did I do wrong? Where are you? Hmm? Hmm? brain not worka. Mm-hmm. So we said 250 to 60, right? That's what we were saying. Now it has some slippage, so it's out of bounds. Cool. Then we said, so we said, okay, that was too short-lived. I mean, that was quicker, but it's the same thing. And it's penetrated, so down. Down. Down, down, down. Not yet down, but very soon down. Down, down, down. In other words, more down than up. So yeah, it's about to start correcting heavily. I think we spoke about this just recently and I broke it down. And looks like then we dropped to 195, 185. You see, I don't even have to do anything. It's literally the analysis from last time. So we basically made it to the top point, even slipped a little bit higher than expected. And now time to correct back here. Here it is. We've covered it all. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. That's not a bang yet, Mircha. You wait. This is just the beginning. Greg is that guy next to Mr. Bean in the meme. I am the Mr. Bean in the meme. Are you kidding me? What? How am I the guy next to him? If anything, wait, I think you got confused there very heavily, sir. If anything. Right, no, but the guy next to Mr. Bean does not copy from him. He's just confused, like he doesn't know what he's into. That's like the very good meme, yeah. But Mircha, not best analogy this time. It's magic. It's all magic. It's all black. It's all drawing lines and shit on the screen. Picasso, Monet, Dali, you name it. Alrighty, boys and girls. I know. I'm sorry. I'm half dead today. It is what it is. It's not about whether I'm, how I sound. It's about the analysis here, right? It's not about my ugly or pretty face. It's about the markets and the charts. So I hope at least you got some benefit from that part of things. I'm definitely going to drop off. I'm very, very tired. I highly recommend to those who are interested in learning technical analysis in depth and have not yet signed up to the academy and have not past students, I highly recommend take the opportunity because soon the price will be brought up and you'll be extremely confused about what's going on in the market and might even capitulate, might do other stupid things that you shouldn't have. And technical analysis is actually one of those tools that teaches you how to avoid making dumb mistakes and understanding truly what the market is doing. I highly recommend taking that course because, well, without it, you're basically flying blind. But, don't take my word for it. Ask my students. They will be able to tell you. Oh, yeah. Yesterday I was like totally done. Yesterday, I can't believe I even made it to the live. Like, I mean, yeah. That's true, John. Today I'm definitely better. Still far from good, but a lot better, definitely. Before you leave, smash the like button. Absolutely, Slunky. Thank you very much. You're right. Do smash the like. All right, I'll see you on the next one, and see you on the Discord. Don't forget, those who are not on the Patreon, on the Discord, I highly recommend signing up. That way you'll always be in the know. You can basically talk to me on a daily basis instead of just waiting for the live. Whether I do live, don't do live, you can speak to me directly through the Discord. But that is for Patreon members only, and students and academy students. So choose. If you want to sign up for the one-on-one academy, the only way to sign up is joining the Discord and then DMing me, direct messaging me, and then we will talk about it. I'll do a bit of a Q&A, answer your questions, and if you like it, we sign you up. That's it. That is all for today, folks. I hope I'll be a lot better by next week, so you're gonna have more of a fun, interesting stream to watch, and I'll answer more of your questions, and I'll see you on the Discord. Bye bye, everyone.